Hi, I'm Fraser Douglas, and I've been an avid tent camper now for 55 years. In this video, I want to tell you about our recent trip to Topsail Hill Preserve State Park. Now, I've already posted a video 4 years ago that describes this park, so this video will only talk about our campsite setup and our activities. Hope you enjoy it. This is a relatively new Florida state park that is located on the beautiful Gulf Coast, about halfway between Destin, Florida, and Panama City Beach, Florida. It has 156 RV sites, 34 cabins, and 22 tent camping sites. This video will just focus on the tent camping sites. All of the tent sites are arranged around a short spur that has a loop at the end. Campsites 1 through 10 are located on the right side of the spur. Sites 11, 12, and 13 are located around the loop, and sites 14 through 22 are located on the left side of the spur. Each campsite has a gravel pad that measures about 15 feet by 25 feet, and rangers ask that you set up your tents on that pad. In addition to the gravel pad, each site has water and electric service, a fire ring, and a picnic table. Some sites have a fairly large grassy area where children can play, but other sites do not. Although I have not collected objective data, it appears as though the lower number sites have more shade than the higher number sites. In the middle of the tent camping area, you'll find a very nice bathroom facility. On this trip, we occupied campsite number 2, and we occupied campsite number 5 on a previous trip here. We're in campsite number 2, and let me show you how we get there. There's our car parked in the parking lot. I'm standing on a trail, and the trail leads back into the woods. We'll walk back here. Now that trail leads to some other campsites, but this trail leads to our campsite, and there it is right there. Modern tent camping sign, Fraser and Ava Douglas, Madison, Alabama. It's covering the number 2. We're in campsite tent number 2. When I started planning the trip back in February, I wanted to get a site for 4 days in April, but they were all filled up. And so I just started going forward until I could find a campsite that was available for at least 3 nights. Now let me show you how we set up our campsite. Here's our site. You'll see we've got our kitchen canopy on one side of the gravel pad and our tents on the other side of the gravel pad. If we had brought a larger kitchen canopy, I don't think it would have fit on the pad. Now our campsite, we're very fortunate. There's our bicycle and our fire ring, picnic table. We're very fortunate because this area right here is shaded in the morning, and so it gives us a nice place to sit and relax in the shade. Here's a photo of Ava taking a nap one morning. And our tent is shaded in the afternoon from those trees right there, and so we can go into our tent in the afternoon and take a nap, and it's not too hot. My primary complaint about this campsite is that fire ring is too close to the tent pad, and if you have anything on the tent pad close to the edge like our kitchen canopy, you really ought not to have a fire because that's just too close and you could risk burning a hole in your tent. So let me show you how we got our campsite set up. Our tent is on the right, and our kitchen canopy is on the left. We're going to walk into the kitchen canopy. And on the right side, you'll see we've got a 4-foot folding banquet table on some leg risers, so that we've got that raised up to a countertop height of 36 inches. Our stove is there, although we have not used our stove on this camping trip. And our pots and pans are over on the left side. You'll see that our propane fuel and a water bottle are on the right, and roller paper towels are on top, and a little thermocell is hiding behind the roll of paper. Right next to it is we've got that folding workstation that I like so much. And we've got the charcoal cooking, Dutch oven cooking pans.
Timer.
My timer has just gone off. That means my sweet rolls are cooked. I got to get them out of the Dutch oven.
You want me to go there?
There's another 4-foot folding banquet table with our plates and cups, bowls and glasses, plus a lantern for tonight. And then there's a chair with a towel that's on it to dry. Now let me show you how we got our tent set up. We just walked from our dining fly into our tent. And the first thing that you see is our bed. Ava's side has the Green Bay Packers blanket on it. And my side over there has the Klingman's Dome, Smoky Mountains National Park blanket on it. And you'll see my pillows. I like big pillows back there. As you step in, back in that corner, we've got the duffel bags for our tent and for our kitchen canopy, plus my stuff. And in this corner, Ava's got her stuff. We've got 2 lights hanging, 2 lanterns hanging. There's one and there's another, and we've got another one as a spare if when these burn out and need recharging. We've got all of our windows open because it is very hot here, close to 90 degrees. We're going to the beach in just a few minutes. You can see out that window and out that window. We're completely surrounded by vegetation. Now let me briefly describe some of our major activities during the trip. We arrived Tuesday afternoon about 3 o'clock and set up our camp. And then we rode our bikes down to the beach. We could have taken the tram down to the beach, but we wanted to stay until sunset and wanted to ride our bicycles back after the sun went down. At the beach area, we had to walk on the boardwalk across the dunes down to the beach. At the beach area, I just sat in the sand and listened to the waves and smelled the fresh air, while Ava walked up and down the beach looking for shells. Wednesday morning, we slept late and then cooked a full breakfast with charcoal. If you're interested in seeing how we cook this breakfast with charcoal, you can find a video that I just posted on YouTube about a week ago. After cleaning up from breakfast, we hung out around the campsite, fixed a couple of items, and just relaxed until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Ava laid out some of her Amway beauty products on the bed and asked if anyone's interested in buying some of these products, please contact her. Ava also made some fresh squeezed lemonade, and it was very refreshing. We had been told that Hurricane Oyster Bar was a very nice oyster bar in Grayton Beach, so around 2 o'clock we headed over in that direction. We got some oysters, beer, and crab claws at a pretty reasonable price, and they were good. After supper, we came on back to the campsite and played a little bit of shuffleboard until dark, and then we played some dominoes. Thursday morning began by baking some sweet rolls, and they were very good. Then we rode our bicycles down to the beach, and we spent about 3 hours down there. I used my hiking staff, a 10-foot length of rope, and a Weekapoo beach blanket to make a little shelter so that I could avoid getting burnt by the sun. Ava spent most of the time in the water. We came back to the campsite around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, took our shower, and drove back to the Hurricane Oyster Bar for some more oysters and crab claws and shrimp. They were so good. Every night the temperatures dropped down into the 60s, and we were treated to a wonderful serenade of frogs, lizards, whippoorwills, and other birds. It was great sleeping weather. As I've stated in several previous videos, I love sleeping in the rain, and it rains almost every camping trip that we take here in the southeastern United States. But I'd rather that it not rain on the morning that we're supposed to pack up and go home. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed this little video, and I hope that it's given you enough information to decide whether you'd like to set this as one of your future family tent camping destinations or not. Thanks for watching. For more information about great tent camping destinations, equipment, gear, procedures, and history, please visit my website, Modern Tent Camping. A link is provided in the description below.
Take more trips, travel further, visit more attractions, and spend less money. Go tent camping.